to act when like defending.
I think it's like
people deluded. I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on. Thank you very much for that, Ian Wright. People deluded. I'm back again. I hope you're well and safe. Tomiyasu has officially been ruled out for the rest of the season. He's undergone surgery, and it's a kick in the teeth as we've got 10 games left. Now, in theory, I know Tomiyasu hasn't been having the season that we'd all love him to have, but you cannot underestimate the value of having squad depth and having fit players, people. Tomiyasu will play no part, especially as much as we talk about scoring goals and how good our attackers are. We do need to manage the workload of players. We also need to remember seeing out games, and we've got some tough away games to come. In fact, every game is essentially a cup final. Injuries happen. Injuries can strike at any time. Hopefully, it's more positive where Saliba is concerned. But as you lot can see, Arsenal posted today, medical update, Tomiyasu. Following his substitution during last Thursday's Europa League match, subsequent assessments have confirmed that Tomiyasu sustained a significant injury to his right knee. Tomiyasu has had successful surgery in London on Tuesday and will be ruled out for the remainder of this season. Everyone at the club will now be working hard with Tommy so he can join pre-season training ahead of next season. So we first and foremost, you have to thank God that he's had successful surgery and there's been no setbacks and his life is still intact. Obviously, we're wishing him a speedy recovery, just like with El Nene and things like that. So we're going to have to keep going. And it's been a poor season. I mean, if we go all the way back to Mikel Arteta's press conference, people, where he spoke about injuries, he didn't really give anything away in relation to the injury status of Saliba. But when you look at Tomiyasu, obviously this was a few days ago. We don't know. Obviously, the doctor is assessing him. We've had one assessment. They need to have another assessment tomorrow, but it's not looking good. That's for sure. Looking at Tommy, he's not one who exaggerates things. He was really concerned straight away, and we are concerned. So again, our concerns, or better yet, Mikel Arteta and the Arsenal medical staff and everyone connected to the club, they've been proven right. We're just going to have to get on with it. You know, we've got Benjamin White. We saw Thomas Partey go over there towards the closing period against Crystal Palace. Again, obviously, if Partey shifts to right back, that changes the dynamics and probably means Jorginho and Granit Xhaka in midfield. Whether that's durable or they're as tenacious in midfield, I don't know. But injuries can strike at any time. And we've seen it with Jesus. We've seen it with El Nene. We've seen it with Zinchenko and Thomas Partey at periods where players haven't been fit. Actually, Eddie Nketiah, who deputized for Gabriel Jesus, is now suffering an injury. Trossard came back before the international break and suffered an injury. So fingers crossed there's nothing else there. When you look at his injury record, though, obviously, Tomiyasu has had knee surgery, people, and he's missed 12 games already. Last season, he missed 9. Again, as much as I like Tomiyasu, durability is the best. You know, durability is a serious issue, and the best quality you can have is availability. I know he hasn't, just like Smith Rowe, he hasn't, another one who's been injured, he hasn't quite had the season on the pitch he would like to have, and even in terms of making mistakes, and he's not had a good time with injuries, but he's still a valued member of the squad for me, able to play across the back line, able to help us see out games, and he's a fullback that's more so for the trenches, really and truly, but it is an absolute concern. We're just going to have to get on with it. If we look at Gabriel Jesus, who's fought back, he said, "I was so scared." Arsenal striker Gabriel Jesus discusses horror of his knee injury and explains why he played on for 15 minutes for Brazil, people. Specifically, he said, to be honest, I don't know what happened. I don't feel nothing, but something changed. I kept on playing without pain, discomfort, nothing. Then I get subbed off, nothing. Then after on the bench, it became so big I couldn't bend my knee, and I was so scared. You know, I've always been good with pain. I've played football since I was 12 years old, and I've played with pain. So there was an issue there. It is what it is. Apparently, Martinelli said in that game at halftime, he said he was feeling something in his knee, but I didn't think it was that bad. I think it was the day after the game, he went to do the scan and he was in the canteen. We were about to have lunch. He said there was something in his meniscus and he needed to have surgery. When you have this type of injury, you get sad. You know, you could see it in his face. He was sad, but at the same time, you could see the energy that he has, that hunger that he has. And he was telling everyone he was going to come back stronger. And that's what he tried to do. And that's what we like to see, people. We do have to remember, you know, again, Tomiyasu might not look it, but he's in his his early 20s. Jesus as well, from a life perspective, you don't want to have any issues more so than footballers are going to have already, because we got to remember, this is a dad, you know, this is an uncle, this is going to be a grandfather one day, this is a husband, so on and so forth. You know, you need to be as able-bodied as you potentially can to just have independence in life, and it's got to be a lonely place. Physical injuries are one thing, or the physical aspect of the injuries are one thing, people. The mental journey, you know, the physical wounds will heal for all footballers with all injuries, people. It's the mental ones, and there's a few players at Arsenal that have had a tough time with injury. I remember Rob Holding can't really buy a game. Shout to him against Crystal Palace. He's had a long period with injury. Jesus the same, so on and so forth. Really, it is cruel, but it's part and parcel. As I always give the example, it's like a chef. You're going to cut your hand or cut your fingers on a knife every now and again. So it is what it is. Injuries can happen to anyone at any time. We have to value our health. And hopefully Tomiyasu gets fit sooner rather than later and is able to play next season. Hopefully there's no other setbacks where injuries are concerned with Arsenal Football Club, especially as we're, you know, obviously going through this international period where us Arsenal fans were always a bit giggity and things like that. Again, let me know your thoughts. Please, 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 please smash the like button, subscribe, comment your thoughts, people. Help our platform grow. Every like, every comment does its part to boost the YouTube algorithm to put our platform out there. And the numbers have been quite poor this thingy, people, this period. Really, we're really struggling, so we're gonna need them likes. But yeah, man, appreciative to you lot for tuning in. Check out the rest of the videos. Please smash the like button, comment, subscribe, turn your notifications on. Check out the YouTube playlist. Make sure you're checking me out on Apple Music and Spotify and all of those sort of things, Twitch and the rest of it. Stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you lot again soon.
There's always just that active red light, defending.
I think it's like